All right, y'all, what's going on? It's Combo Breaker 99 back with another video. All right, y'all, so let's go ahead and run through this rankings update video one last time for 2024 for the flyweight division. Got a few changes here, nothing major. I just kind of wanted to go through the big change here at the bottom and also just kind of look at who has fights and what's 2025 looking for like for the top five right now, right? And just talk about some fights that I want to see. But yeah, the big change here, as you can see, Miranda Maverick is now in the top 15, and out goes Casey O'Neill. Casey O'Neill, she just broke her 2-fight losing streak with a win over Luana Santos, but Miranda Maverick just put together a nice little 4-fight win streak, and that's her biggest win streak to date. So yeah, shout out to Miranda Maverick. She definitely deserves a ranked spot off of this one. You know, like I said, if you can put together a nice win streak, you get a ranked opponent, or you get a bottom ranking. You know, so Miranda Maverick, she beat Andrea Lee, Vasily Cachoeira, Deani Barbosa, and Jamie Linhor. Now, I know some of those fights weren't the biggest fights, but there were some good fights, you know, as far as tough fighters. You know, Jamie Linhor was tough. Deani Barbosa is tough. And they were the fighters that stepped in because some of these were late replacements. You know, Miranda Maverick was looking for a Tracy Cortez fight and something higher, but nobody really wanted to fight her, right? So with Miranda Maverick coming in and ending the 2024 year with a ranked spot, you know, I think next year it would be nice to see her in some higher ranked fights, you know, somebody from like 7 below or 8 below. I know she called out Jessica Andrade. That's a good fight. You know, she used to want the Casey O'Neill fight, but that doesn't really make sense since Casey O'Neill is out of the rankings now. I personally don't really want to see that now that she's out of the ranks. Jessica Andrade's a good name to call out. She's a higher up name, dangerous fight. But at the same time, I could see Miranda Maverick winning that fight now, you know, just based off of her skill set and how far Jessica Andrade fell. But at the same time, Jessica Andrade is still a dangerous fighter. You know, she still has that power. And at 125, she is strong. But like I said, I think Miranda has the ground game to neutralize Andrade at this point. I think the good names for Miranda would be Ariane Lipski. Ariane Lipski is a good name. Also, Viviana Araujo. Viviana Araujo is coming off a win, you know, over Karine Silva. And she's kind of looking like that gatekeeper now. So that would be a good test. I mean, Viviana Araujo kind of has a similar style to Miranda as far as like having a really good ground game and very strong. And she has power too. You know, she has an unorthodox style of striking. So I like to see Miranda in that fight over all of them, actually. Ariane Lipski's good too, but Ariane Lipski, you know, like I said before, sometimes once you get her to the ground, she kind of falls apart. You know, she's not really consistent in her performances. Like, she has good takedown defense and decent power, but I think somebody like Viviana Araujo would really test where Miranda's at right now all around. You know, wrestling, strength, speed, and power and striking. You know, so I think that would be a really good name for her. So, yeah, Miranda at number 15. Number 14, Ariane Lipski, Ariane Silva. I like to see her fight down at this point. Number 13, Karine Silva. Karine Silva coming off that Araujo loss. I know a lot of people are counting her out now, trying to say she's a fraud. Hey, Karine Silva, no, man, I still think Karine Silva, she's going to have a good 2025. I think she's the type of fighter that learns from her mistakes. You know, she's gotten better than she was in the past. You know, you see how she bounced back from Marina Moreau. That loss back in the past, she came back, avenged that. You know, definitely been working on her striking and her distance management. She just made some bad choices in the previous fight against Araujo. You know, I think she really needs to just kind of work on her pacing and you know, sometimes just kind of slowing it down like Amanda Nunes and picking her shots. That way her power will be more present than just trying to walk into her opponents and telegraphing her shots. So I think Karine Silva, like I said before, I think she's a type of fighter that you will see get a title shot, but here and there she might lose because she's the type of fighter that's going to have to learn on the job and just get better, you know, and just get better as time goes on. So I think Karine Silva, you know, she will have a good 2025. Who she fights from here? Hey, there's Caitlin Chikagian, maybe Tracy Cortez for herself. You know, maybe that's a good name for her. Number 12, Jazzy Vicious. She's actually fighting the young lady moving back down from bantamweight, Mayra Bueno Silva. I guess Mayra Bueno Silva had enough at 135, so she's going to try to take a crack at 125. I think that's a good fight for Jasmine right now. You know, Jasmine, she's tough. She's gritty. I think Jasmine can crack top 7 right now, the way she's moving and evolving. Because unlike some of the other girls, I think Jasmine is pretty, like, relentless. Like, that's the one thing. Like, Jasmine's not the most technically sound fighter, But there's something about her that she has that some of these other fighters don't. Like, she will push you, and she will, like, just come at you relentless. Like, she'll walk through a punch to get to you. She's never looking frustrated in a fight, and she's mean. She's really mean when she's in there. Like, she doesn't seem mean outside of the cage, but Jazzy, like, I got to give her more credit. The times I have counted her out, she's came through. So Jasmine versus Miranda Silva, I think that's a winnable fight for her. But I would like to see her fight up as well, fight somebody like Macy Barber, Caitlin Kagan, because, that's a name she called out. Maybe fight Rose. I like to see her in there with Rose, see if Rose can handle that, see if she can crack Rose or break Rose physically, because, like I said, Jasmine, she has something these other girls don't really have. Number 11, you got Tracy Cortez. Still don't know what's up with her. I know she had surgery, but as far as, like, when she's coming back, I don't know. Maybe they need to match her up with somebody down, fight down the Lipskis, the Kareem Silvas, or somebody else right now, because I know Miranda don't want that fight anymore. Number 10, you got Amanda Ebos. Y'all know she's moving back down, really. I think at some point she's going to come out of the rankings. She's fighting Dern next month. Number 9, Viviana Araujo. Like I said, Araujo versus Maverick. That's a good name. Or if they give Araujo something higher, maybe her and Rose could do something. That would be a good fight. All right, so number 8, you got Jessica Andrade. Some point, Jessica Andrade, she's got to hang it up, I think, at the 125. That's why I keep saying maybe they should just wrap her flyweight venture up with a Rose trilogy, Rose rubber match or something like that, because at this point, I think Miranda could easily get closer to the top 5 or top 7 with a win over at this point, Number 7, you got Caitlin Kagan, who's been out. Don't know when she's coming back. Hopefully she's going to, come back as, soon as possible. Because these other spots, like I said, the Ebos spots, the Andrade spots, the Caitlin Kagan spots, these are spots that are left open for these girls that are on the come up now. They want to fight. All right. So from there, you got the number 6, Rose Namajunas. Top 5. Now we got to stop at 5, man. Natalia Silva. It seems like Natalia Silva right now, she's still kind of being unnoticed. Like, she's kind of falling under the radar. I don't know. Is she like the new Boogeywoman of 125? It's kind of looking like that. Everybody busy talking about fighters that aren't even here yet, like Dakota. They talking about Wayne Kong. But, hey, what about the girl that put together a 6-fight win streak, Natalia Silva? That's what it seemed like. Seems like everybody's ignoring Natalia Silva. Like, we talking about Dakota over here, but she's not even here yet. Everybody talking about Wayne Kong, and she's not even here. I know we talking about the champ, Grasso, and so on, but come on now, number 5, Natalia Silva here. She just put together a win streak. Why is Aaron not calling out? Why is Macy not calling her out? Now, I'm definitely not saying Aaron's a duck, because Aaron will fight anybody, but still, like, that's the name y'all got to look out for. You got to look out for this girl because she presents a dangerous style, and she's the perfect style, I think, that could get them prepared for fighters like Valentina and Grasso, so sooner or later, somebody's going to get matched up with her. And, I see 2025 being the year that Natalia Silva gets her title shot, hands down. I can definitely say that. I'm going to put that on record. I know Natalia Silva's going to get her title shot this year. Of course, Manon is getting hers, but after that, I think Natalia Silva might be lined up to fight the winner of that fight if they don't give her Grasso or Barber or so on. Number 4, Macy Barber. She's trying to come back in April. She says she wants to come back in April. I don't know who she wants to fight. She's promoting she's low-key promoting the Erin Blanchfield fight. She just don't know that as much as she's been talking trash about her. But at the same time, she still won't call Erin out. Like, she's saying Erin's a good fighter. Erin's this, Erin's that. Erin has low-level striking. But she still won't just say, hey, let me get that fight, right? So is she going to reschedule with Rose? Or is she going to low-key get this fight with Erin? Is that her way of trying to get the Erin fight? Or are they going to match her up against Natalia Silva? Now, I don't know. We'll see. All right, so number 3, you got Erin Blanchfield. Like I said, Erin Blanchfield went to Grasso, but Grasso, broken leg. I don't know where she's going to be at. She's going to come back soon as April or May. We'll see. I could see Erin coming back sometime in March or February of this year, and it might be Natalia Silva. We'll see. Of course, we got Manon Fiorot, number 2. She's probably going to be on lock, of course, to get Valentina next. Dana White's already said it. Hasn't been like the most active year for her. She hasn't fought since March, since sweeping Erin. But since then, she's been working. Manon's been working. I mean, that's all you can do at this point. You don't want to disrupt the potential title shot. with another fight. And I know some people felt like she should fight in between, but hey, remember what happened before, right? Remember when JoJo had a title shot on lock and she fought Jennifer Maia, and how that went? Jennifer Maia swooped in and took that title shot. So maybe taking the rest of this year off to just prepare is better for Manon. Don't really have to go through like grueling training camps and risking a possible injury in a fight, or a rough weight cut. I know she did make weight for the Grasso fight as a stand-in, but since then, that gave her another 4 or 5 months to train for Valentina. So hopefully it pays off, right? Then you got number one, Grasso, still holding on to that spot. I'm sure at some point, Grasso, she's going to have to get back in there and prove that she's the one, right? She's got to prove it this year coming. Once she recovers from this leg injury, she's going to have to get back in there as soon as possible. So I see Grasso maybe having to fight another 2 fights before she gets back in there against Valentina again. Maybe somebody like Natalia Silva for her, or if they try to do the Barber fight. It seems like Barber, that's the one fight that she wants. Like, she ain't calling anybody else out, so they might try to make that fight. Me personally, I'd rather see Grasso versus Natalia Silva. All right. And of course, you got Valentina Shevchenko, still recognized as the number one champion. I mean, as the number one flyweight overall. I mean, it seems like it took Dakota to say that for a lot of people to realize who the number one flyweight is. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, man. People always forget what a person's done or what they've accomplished. But still, in my book, of course, Valentina is the number one fighter. I mean, she lost the belt to Grasso, got it back. Boom. Means you're number one, right? 2-time champion, 7 title defenses. I mean, look at the resume. It speaks for itself. So Valentina fighting Manon, this is going to be the biggest flyweight fight of 2025. I see it as a very difficult fight for both of them. I think Valentina, she's seen so many different styles, and that's where, she's kind of just grandfathered in as, the one to just be able to walk through somebody at times, or just take them apart, or just outsmart them or outslick them, But this is Manon's time. She's a big, strong fighter, has her own skill sets to, come in here and showcase. So I want to see what this looks like. At the same time, Valentina is getting older, and a lot of people want to see new faces, but we'll see. We'll see if this is that one, right? So yeah, that's the top 15, man. Like I said, 2025, I think we will see some pretty good fights. I think we will hopefully see Aaron and Macy. I really want to see that fight, but y'all got to keep an eye out for Natalia Silva. She's on the come up too. Like, I got to say, she's probably the only one out of my quadruple threat right now that I see getting a title shot next year, or even getting close to that. Lipsky, she took a L. Karine Silva, she took a L. Macy Barber, I put her in there because she's on a 6-fight win streak, but she's had an inactive year after the Caitlin Chikagan fight, and right now she hasn't been calling out either Natalia or Aaron. So we'll see what it does, y'all. Let me know in the comment section what y'all want to see from here in the flyweight division. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.